Hello, dear fellows. Here we are again with phase two is ready. I told you I presented phase one already of the seven phase program, which also provides more attention towards the finding meaning and purpose in life. Because I'll keep repeating this, but purpose in life is the key to joy from within. Many people who successfully quit with their addiction, right? They remain in anxiety, unrest, and they manage by willpower to stay clean. And following these programs helps them to revive the problems and to help remember the dangers, but they never really find a true peace of mind, and they keep on looking for purpose in life, which is the most profound basic need of a human. So this program focuses on that while we remain in sobriety and we work on ourselves, but to be part of something greater, which is humanity, and to be open up to help others. So here goes. I'll put it on my screen. I'll read to you phase two, and I'll give some comments on the way. But it's really like a big phase. It has a lot of details already, so I don't know if I'll bring a lot of comments. Well, here goes. Phase two: breaking down the attitude of false pride, opening up to critique and help. After years of trivializing, sorry, rebelling and lying to ourselves, and therefore automatically to everyone else, we had created a wall to protect the vulnerable ego because of our low self esteem, a barrier to keep out any opposition. Behind this wall was the lost soul that acted on autopilot. Before the wall, the appearance of a proud warrior who knew everything better. Introspection and exposure of our behavior was avoided at all costs, often also by judging others. With the pointing finger of judgment, attention always smoothly slipped away from our own flaws. We made it our nature to put our fellow humans in the very spotlight that we deserved ourselves. After realizing phase one, it is imperative to open up to help. We need to get rid of the false pride and egocentrism. Like addiction itself, this pattern is often deeply rooted inside of us. We always did it alone and never wanted help from any other person. How far has that brought us in the past, right? To open up, we'll have to tear down the wall, admit that we didn't do too well alone, and the same voice that always said, "Oh well, I can manage one consumption, one beer, one line, one whatever it is you used to run away from problems." That same voice, it tells us we can solve it all ourselves. It tries to block all kinds of help from outside so that it can soon glorify another moment of first consumption. When analyzing our thoughts, we need to be extremely skeptical, especially in the beginning, right? The voices are deceptive, and a fellow always has your best interest at heart. That's why it's so important to be able to listen, not to have to do this alone. Accepting that someone else may be better at judging what is good for you, and knowing that every person is equal. That's what they call humility. That's an attitude you take towards someone who treats it with care. Humility is often misunderstood and confused with humiliation and weakness, but nothing could be further from the truth. The word humility itself can be avoided as long as the attitude is addressed, because that's what it's all about. So if you don't like this word humility, forget that word, because that's you got a certain it brings up certain thoughts which are not correct. It's the way the writer of the former programs, these writers, they mean to say something different than you make of it. Because if you would understand what they said, you wouldn't be feeling negative about this word. So you can skip that word. What's important is that you realize I messed up. My ego doesn't do too well alone. I could use a little help, and I won't pretend that I know it all. Right? So you open up to other people. That's the key. So that's what their humility is all about. Okay, so now imagine that you're. I have an example here. What you could do, a situation, right? Imagine that your partner or neighbor falsely accuses you of the fact that you have frequently one of the facts that you have frequently committed in the past. Like, for example, your mother thinks you have drunk again, or your sister thinks you have used cocaine, or whatever it is, whoever it is, someone near to you accuses you of doing something you didn't do, and you're on your way to sobriety, and you're so proud or you're so happy that you're off the drug or whatever it is, but now they think you did it again. Well, so now you feel offended, and that's the ego. That's the thing we need to break down, because it's not all right. That's not okay. It's not about you. It was always about you, right? So now you need to put that aside, place yourself in the other person. So I'll give an example. What I did with my girlfriend, I said, "Sorry, darling. I'm so sorry I did this to you. It's my fault, right? I created the situation. I damaged your trust, and now you're thinking something, which I can understand. I give you all the time to regain trust in me, and it's my fault, and I need to be able to swallow through my pride and realize that I'm the one who caused this, right? So I say I'm also very glad to be able to tell you that I didn't do what you think I did, but I don't expect you to believe me right now. But you will in the future, because I'm set on remaining in this program, and I'll show you different, because you deserve that, I deserve that, and so put her or him in the first place, not yourself. Okay, so you can apply this to any of these situations, right? Just rethink. Okay, now imagine that your partner or your neighbor, that's what we just treated, reversing the situation or thinking about it starts with empathizing with someone else. Something that is also contradictory to judging people for years, which we did for years, right? You are not the center of the world, and a person is not good or bad. A person makes choices just like you. Every man, woman has his own arena to fight. There are no excuses for our actions. Everything someone else has done to us is what they have to contend with. That's their fault. You cannot you cannot keep saying the rest of your life, oh, I had a rough life because this happened and he did that to me and she did that to me. The only thing you can control is what you do, your actions. What someone else does to you, that's not on you, right? So for example, someone dies and this person has treated you wrong in the past, and you say, I can't proceed this way because I didn't have the time to speak with him or her about what she did to me. And that's all nonsense. You need to forget that. The future is ahead of you. And when you keep looking backwards, then you turn your back towards the future, right? So where it's possible, you can speak to people as adults and try to remember that everyone makes mistakes and everyone has its arena and everyone has uh, its difficulties in life to overcome, right? So that's that. Okay, next thing I'd like to quote something from Jacob Geers. He said, "If we're proud, it isn't because, oh, look what I did. What I did what people do. But look what he did. Look what he made. What a beautiful creature." And so that is a man's natural pride. The natural part of man is to be human. not like the Greeks teach you, who want to be proud of their individual achievements. And so the pride of being human when it's disconnected is because we try to be proud as individuals. What could you do as an individual that doesn't represent humanity? Whatever you can do or not do is representative of humanity. You are proud to be a human or you're not proud. So I thought that was a very soothing quote. We are all equal and way stronger together, and from that point of view, the wall is quickly broken down. Working together provides us with the aftercare, which is crucial on our way out. Addicted or not addicted, most of the world walks with the same individual pride, chasing the wind of matter and seeking gratification from the senses, crying out for true meaning. That's no different from an addiction. Escape behavior has many paths. Workaholics, shopaholics, people after cars and women, and these things are there. You can enjoy a beef, or you can have a good time, or go on vacation, but that's not where your happiness and your meaning is found. That's within and together with other people. Yes, so that's very important to work on. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, he wrote a book, The Meaning of Life. So I'm reading it in Dutch, so I don't have the English title in my head. But he quoted as well, meaning is the deepest need of mankind. And that's true. That's what we all after, like chickens without heads. Everyone's running around. Nobody knows what he's doing. Everyone's lost it. There's very little people who truly are after meaning and purpose in life. Yes, we're all working our, off to go on holidays 3 times a year to avoid from having burnouts from stress. That's not life. That's a prison. That's prison. Yes, mortgages and payments for this and that, and we need to lose as much as we can from these things, right? You need to find rest, a stable peace of mind, and have some time for each other and time to help people. Sure, you have to earn a living and buy food, right? But there is a healthier balance than what we see outside, right? So, last but not least, we are part of the organ called humanity, helping our fellow humans as cells working together. This makes our existence have meaning. And that's what this program emphasizes. Cells in a body who become like individuals, rebelling instead of cooperating, these cells become cancerous. That's what a human being is to humanity. When it doesn't cooperate, it rebels and will self destruct while taking along as many others as possible. That's exactly our old lives as addicts, right? And how blessed we are to have found a way towards a healthy unity again, because the phase one, that was such a breakthrough, and we don't even realize how lucky we are, because all these difficulties and this rock bottom, this is truly, it's a gift, because I see within these groups, people's eyes open up. They all of a sudden they get more appreciation for what's truly important in life, what truly has value in life. And not all of them proceed with that, but you can see that they found that. But it's really easy to just as it is real easy to fall back into your old habits, using drugs or alcohol, whatever it is. Again, it's just as easy to fall back into the routine of society, in which you are taught that two partners should be working, both should be paying taxes, and you need a mortgage for this, and you need to work your peep off, and you need to go on holidays, and you need this, and you need that, and that's a prison. Uh, that's probably even more important work than the sobriety, which of course you cannot do if you're not sober. But the main problem is this: it's the way we think we are being taught, we are being programmed by television, by media, by all these big tech and big farm and big guys. All these big guys, they know exactly how it works, and through big screen and Hollywood, they force all kinds of ideas upon us, and we think, oh wow, that's it, and that's it, and it isn't. So I wish you a lot of luck with this phase two. It's still in progress, right? This whole program of 7 phases, and you can find the phase underneath. I don't know if it completely fits, but I'll put the major part in it, and I'll soon provide with when it's done. Until that time, you can leave comments, you can leave suggestions. My email is found on my YouTube channel about us. My email is there, so you can leave a comment or suggestion there. Don't forget to like, and thank you until the next video.